I once was sitting in a home meeting not long ago when I opened my mouth and out it came. It's time to gather all of you at once and begin to beat your plows and pound your swords and make them sharp. Hear this today. This is Lord your God. This was a warning from Yahweh telling us to prepare for war in the spirit and in this land now. But the place I was in rejected this message and asked me not to return after this night. As I begin this message today, I see this as a perfect warning for what is to come upon this nation and upon this earth. It has been carefully plotted and planned for years, and I am beginning to lay the groundwork little by little, so you will see what is happening up to today. When I am finished, you will know and have no doubts. You will see all the corruption and the coup from within. I later that evening saw us all in a stream, different colored stones with different facets of cool water running from the top of the throne. A leaf floated down from the tree of life and fell in the water and floated down the stream. We are all jointly fitted together, each of us being a piece of the puzzle. As I go through this journey, I have learned to thank God for each of you and all of you that have sent me many links and videos. I appreciate it and I thank each one of you. In this video, I have many informants. I thank each of you, and I will not reveal your names. You know who you are, and you were sent to me by God. Reagan has been revered as one of our best presidents by the press, when in reality he was a communist to the bone. He went behind our backs, making deals with Russians to have this nation destroyed step by step. Our Congress and senators went along with him as he got on TV announcing the tearing down of the Western Wall. It was nothing but a front to make him look that he was doing his job, when all along he knew that he was selling us straight down the river. In 1967, there was a high-ranking Czech defector that had learned of the plan of the fake collapsing of the Warsaw Pact. He wrote a book at the same time, We Will Bury You, orchestrating the collapse of the KGB and how they would vied the destruction of America with nuclear missiles. This plan was to control the Western world in the demise, to balance the power towards the control of the favor of Russia. This is a grand deception that has helped carry. This was a grand deception that was helped carried out in front of our eyes, with Reagan in charge. Can you see it? Reagan said, "People do not start wars; governments do." How true! And he should have known, since he was right in the middle of it all, planning our destruction. He also said, "Politics is supposed to be the second oldest profession. I have come to realize that it bears very close to the resemblance of the first." He was practicing the first very well, along with his politics, along with Russia and China. How funny. Every president has been shown on television with a preacher that was well known to the public for show, when they were both bought and paid for by the ruling classes of the world. True Christians do not seek witches, psychics, and have homosexual acts in secret clubs thinking no one will ever know. Also remember that nothing new is under the sun. Russia has been stockpiling gold, uranium, and oil while they built their industrial growth, telling the world that they were a poor nation. Russia and China has been craving platinum as they march forth with to fulfill their hunger for platinum jewelry. But most of their people are starving in their streets. Why are they stockpiling? To kill us. Wake up, people, wake up. To become the top powers of the ruling world in the end times is fulfillment of the Bible. For they are the ones that will be coming against Israel. For little by little, day by day, the Bible is becoming true. How can you deny this? Just look around you today. Open your eyes. Reagan covered up. The Russians have stockpiled nuclear warheads under a mountain in an underground city large enough to house 60,000 people at that time. Within it was an air system, a food supply to sustain the population for months and months, with protection from a biological, nuclear, and a chemical attack. Not only Reagan knew of this, but so did Clinton. Let's give credit where credit is due, shall we? Bill and Hilary sold secrets of our government to the Chinese, as well did many others. They either sold them or just handed them over. It is as if we do not have any well-kept secrets anymore. With all the double agents and Chinese White House infiltration, what is there left? I wonder why the Chinese have always stated just how much they love the Clintons when they have helped sell our land and our companies to them for nothing, as they took their secrets with them. All the links to everything I've been talking about is below. In all likelihood, we will be glowing in the dark after we've discovered the true extent of the Clintons' decay and betrayal, stated Rick Fisher. The link to this is also below. The Monica scandal in the White House during the Clinton administration was just to keep everybody busy and keep their mind off of what was really going on in the White House. Think of that next time you see a scandal in the news. It's always covering something up. During the Clinton administration, the Stockholm International Peace Resource Institution estimated in 1986 that the Soviet Union had secret deliberate force reserve force for several thousand weapons, large as Russia's current declared force, making a mockery of the arms control. Comments: the United States, Weldon agrees. If arms control agreements are not upheld by both parties, they are meaningless pieces of paper. Under federal witness protection, Lin Liu was escorted into the hearing room with a black bag covering his head. From behind the panel to protect him from the view of the spectators, he testified the Soviet generals had planned a particular plan for a future war against America and its allies, in which special operation forces commanders would come into the United States and other NATO countries a few days, maybe even hours, before the actual war, using weapon systems that had already been hidden at strategic points throughout the United States. He said the Soviet generals would have demolished the country's particular infrastructure by destroying strategic facilities and assassinating top military leaders as the president and vice president just hours or minutes before the nuclear missile strike. I will later have a video about that. He also said that one of his espionage assignments had been to scout drop sites for weapon caches. He said he believes that the Russian military weapons are currently hidden in strategic points all across the United States and Europe for just such of this purpose. This hidden stockpiles of weapons would include portable nuclear devices, chemical and biological weapons, and convenient weapons devices, he said. I also will make a point of this later in another video. He also told the panel that the weapon caches could be used whenever the Russian commanders in charge were given the go, which I'm telling you is very soon coming, which I also will make a later point in this video. He added that Russia is using a test battlefield in the future, real war that may be used in the United States and its allies. People beware, this is not a joke. The Clinton administration admits that the Russian government has refused to provide any information on the underground complex, despite its administration office telling Congress not to worry. The link below to the inside of the Magic Mountain. In 1985, Walt Disney released a movie named Escape to Witch Mountain. That was said to have been named after the novel, but we now know that Hollywood, known also as Holywood, tells us of things to come in their movies, giving us hints as if we know what to look for. As I've told you before as well as others, these are warnings. They just renamed this one Witch Mountain in disguise. Then later on, we did not get it. So they realized this and gave us more sequels. They gave us 2 more sequels, telling us as they laughed behind the cameras in their smug ways, playing with their riddles. Before this, we were introduced to Magic Mountain on Six Flags in California on May 29th, 1971. They were really trying to open our eyes, but they've been closed so shut that we didn't know it. But now they've been opened today. This was during Reagan's watch, the one who the press still to this day plays up to be such a great president. I ask you, what was that all about? He was not such a great man after all, was he? Jimmy Carter, like Barack Obama, wins a Nobel Peace Prize. But more importantly, like Bill Clinton, Obama makes it easy for China to get their hands on our advanced missile technology. Obama, like Bill Clinton, wants China to get U.S. missile technology. The link is below. William Cooper once again warned us about secret governments. The link is below. China is shrinking our dollars. The link is below. Shall I say Chinagate scandal? That's all about the Clintons and all of their scandals. The link is below. The Clinton administration, it opened up China's mammoth market to the United States. Its business paved its way for China's entry into the World Market Organization. It also ends the 20-year-old United States ritual annual renewing China's trade status when Clinton signed the China trade bill. Again, I tell you, we are folding from within. This video has many sections to it. Please listen to them all. You will learn a lot. I will talk about where the hidden weapons are, what the biological weapons are, where they are, where they're coming from. I will talk about who is joining forces with Russia, China, more corruption, what the smoke screens are and why, what's going on in the Gulf and why, much revelation. Please stick with me. I have to prepare the ground so you will be able to comprehend it all. This is Ruby.